Hello, I'm Giselle Roeder, author of We Don't Talk About That. Since my book was published last year, it has received a number of glowing reviews. Today I'd like to share one with you by the English bestseller author Anne Victoria Roberts, and here is what she had to say about my book.
Subtitled An Amazing Story of Survival, this autobiography is surely that. Giselle Roeder was born in a German province which after World War II became part of Poland. Her story is by turns illuminating, shocking, awe-inspiring and uplifting, beautifully written in a style that simply draws the reader along. The first third of this autobiography tells of peaceful family life between the wars in a quiet farming area. For the majority of the war, little seemed to change until the beginning of 1945, when the Russians came. World War II and what led up to it, most people know about. Hitler and the Nazis, the final solution, and the terrible events of the Holocaust. From the books that came out of the USSR in the 1960s, I had read about Stalin's pogroms and the Siberian gulags, about a political system that was akin to the Spanish Inquisition. But what happened in 1945, when the Russians overran eastern Germany, including the Baltic states and the Balkans, I knew nothing of that. Giselle Roeder has enlightened me. I found it deeply shocking to read of the wholesale rapes by the Russian soldiers, ordered by Stalin to demoralize and subdue the German population. This personal story, the things she witnessed and experienced, is told without undue emphasis and without begging for sympathy, but simply the way it happened. And her words carry more weight because of it. I can fully understand the title of this book, We Don't Talk About That, since to speak of it is to relive the horror, and yet people should know. It's the other side of the coin. The story of her family's escape towards relatives living on the Baltic coast puts meaning into the phrase displaced persons, and it proves the sad adage that nothing really changes. Her story makes personal current TV pictures of people bombed and or ejected from their homes, trailing along roads, carrying children, pushing handcarts, sitting in camps. How her baby sister survived starvation on that journey is one miracle. How Giselle survived diphtheria while on the road is another. But those experiences bred a woman determined to succeed. Her escape to West Berlin is a story in itself. How she was saved by kindness and subsequently abused by her employer is another. But all the time she was striving and learning, acquiring business experience as well as knowledge. Towards the end of the book, an intolerable situation makes another move imperative. This time, it seems, abroad to Canada. If I have any criticism at all, it is to do with the ending, which is abrupt. Fortunately, there is a taster of the beginning of the second half of Giselle Roeder's autobiography, which is, in my opinion, the cliffhanger on which the first book should have ended. But that is a minor point. As a personal, brave and extraordinary story, I cannot recommend this book highly enough. As a piece of social history, it is a valuable document. Thank you, Giselle Roeder, for writing it.
Thank you for your kind words, Anne. Anne has written 2 books that are fictional tales woven around her own ancestry and a family diary from World War I. That diary, together with an old photo, motivated Anne to delve into her past and research her family history. The books Louisa Elliott and Liam's story were originally published in 1989 and 1991 when they became international bestsellers. They have since been reformatted and republished in both hard copy and as ebooks, but have certainly not lost any of their earlier appeal. More recently, Anne wrote a book featuring the captain of the ill-fated Titanic called The Master's Tale. She is presently in the process of republishing this latest book, and it should be available soon. All of Anne's books can be found at the usual retailers, including Amazon in Canada, the US, and the UK. Visit Anne's website at annevictoriaroberts.co.uk to learn more about this author and her books. My own book, We Don't Talk About That, is sold by a variety of retailers as listed here. If you cannot find it on the shelves at a bookstore, please ask an assistant to order it for you. They will be able to look up the ISBN using my title and own name. You can find more background information if you follow my blog at giselleroeder.com. Enjoy your reading.